Chelsea have reportedly begun talks with AC Milan over a summer move for Rafael Leao. The Portuguese is also on Barcelona's radar, but the Blues are ready to compete for his signature. According to Calcio Mercato, Chelsea will not activate Leao's €175 million release clause, but will instead try to negotiate a more reasonable price. Leao has been impressive this season, with 10 goals and 7 assists in 37 games. Chelsea are hoping to include Joao Felix in the deal, given that the player is currently on loan at Milan. Agent Jorge Mendes, who represents both players, is working on a potential swap deal. Milan legend Kaká has suggested that Leao should stay at San Siro, while Zlatan Ibrahimovic believes the 24-year-old winger has yet to realize his immense potential. Chelsea and Milan have a good transfer relationship, with the likes of Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Tomori and Giroud having all moved between the two clubs. Could Leao be the next player to join Stamford Bridge? Chelsea are in a major transition phase under Enzo Maresca, with a number of young players starting to show their potential. However, among the big names shining through, there is one player who is starting to be compared to Cesc Fabregas: Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez has faced a huge challenge at Stamford Bridge since his £107 million arrival from Benfica. But this season, his statistics have begun to speak for themselves. The Argentine midfielder has registered 4 goals and 8 assists in 31 appearances, making an increasingly visible impact in Chelsea's midfield. In terms of ball distribution, Fernandez is in the top 5% for shot-creating actions and the top 14% for progressive passes in Europe's top leagues. He also averages 2.1 tackles and 4.4 recoveries per game, showing a similar blend of creativity and toughness to Fabregas. Fernandez's brilliance could be the foundation for Chelsea's return to European glory. If he can continue to develop, it is not impossible that he will become a midfield general like Fabregas in the glory days of the Blues. With Cole Palmer as the main weapon in the front line, Fernandez's role as a ball distributor could be even more important in Maresca's scheme. Is this the beginning of a new era in Chelsea's midfield? Or does Fernandez still have something to prove? John Terry gave his views on the Blues' performance, which declined in the second half of this season. According to him, the main factor of this problem is the squad's age, which is too young, so that the team has difficulty maintaining consistency in competing at the highest level. Chelsea had performed impressively at the beginning of the season. Even some parties began to call them candidates for the Premier League title. However, since entering 2025, Enzo Maresca's team has started to lose momentum and is now struggling to break into the top 4. In an interview with HR Sports, Terry highlighted that Chelsea does have great potential, but the lack of experience has made them unable to perform consistently throughout the season. We can see how Chelsea showed extraordinary performance in several matches, but then experienced a decline. This is because the squad is very young. Even when Chelsea performed well at the beginning of the season, I expected there would be a slight decline in the next phase, said Terry. Chelsea is a big club, and their target must always be the Champions League every season. At the moment, that's still there. But we have to show consistency for the rest of the season, Terry added. Chelsea currently have an average age of just 23.5, the youngest in the Premier League. The lack of senior players who can lead at crucial moments is one of Maresca's biggest challenges. The situation worsened after a 3-0 defeat to Brighton last month, which Maresca described as his worst performance of the season. Since that defeat, Chelsea have lost narrowly to Aston Villa, but have recovered to beat Southampton 4-0. The Blues are now 5th with 11 games remaining, still looking to secure a Champions League spot next season. Joao Felix's career has dimmed since moving to AC Milan on loan from Chelsea in January. In Milan's 1-2 defeat to Bologna, Felix performed poorly and only played 61 minutes before being withdrawn. Italian media Corriere della Sera did not hesitate to criticize him, giving a rating of 6.2 and writing, "The worst player on the pitch. Not seen, not heard. No meaningful action, even his teammates avoided him." Felix actually appeared promising at Chelsea, especially in the Europa Conference League, with 4 goals from 5 matches. However, in the Premier League, he failed to shine with only 1 goal from 12 matches. Enzo Maresca himself does not regret letting him go to Milan. When asked last month, he firmly said, "We don't miss Joao. He is happy there, and we are also happy that he is happy there." With his poor performance in Milan, does Felix still have a future at Chelsea? Or will he sink further in European competition? Liverpool are reportedly eyeing Levi Colwill as their top target in the summer transfer window. According to Rousing the Cop, the Reds could revive their interest in the Chelsea centre-back, especially if Virgil van Dijk leaves. The situation at Anfield is uncertain, with Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah all set to leave when their contracts expire in June. Should Van Dijk leave the club, Liverpool will want to sign a left-footed centre-back who can immediately fill the void in their defence. Chelsea are under pressure from the profit and sustainability rules, which force them to balance their books. As Colwill is an academy graduate, his sale would be recorded as a pure profit in the books, helping the club avoid financial sanctions. This could be a major reason why the Blues might be tempted to let him go, despite him being a key part of Enzo Maresca's plans this season. Colwill is considered a more ideal option due to his Premier League experience and ability to play in a number of positions across the defence. The Reds are said to be ready to make a bid in the region of £40 to 45M, a figure that Chelsea may find hard to resist if they really need to sell a player. However, the question is, will Chelsea be willing to let one of their academy's best talents go to a direct rival? Or will they hold on to him at all costs? Chelsea have reportedly sent scouts to monitor Bologna's rising star, Sam Buchema. The Blues are still looking to strengthen their backline, especially with a major summer move expected. Buchema, who joined Bologna from AZ Alkmaar, has been one of the most consistent defenders in Serie A this season, with his performances attracting interest from a number of top clubs, including Inter Milan and Juventus, who are also said to be interested. With the financial fair play situation to consider, Chelsea may see Buchema as a more affordable option than other targets, such as Goncalo Inacio. But is the Dutch defender good enough to compete in the Premier League? Chelsea are clearly in need of reinforcements at the back, but is Buchema the answer?